Section by section by section they went through, there's no malignancy in the lesion. Please relieve his pain. We are not able to do it. As a doctor, I'm finished. Sai Baba came here, he sat on my bed. Being a doctor, I think I must talk a couple of medical miracles. Because when I spoke in Puttaparthi in front of Swami, he asked me to speak, and then I asked him, shall I talk about medical miracles, Swami? I asked him. And he said, yes, you can definitely talk about. I don't know whether I can talk about medical miracles that he has performed, but I have his permission. And therefore, since I've spoken in front of him, I'd like to talk. These miracles I have spoken about earlier. You might have probably heard about it. You might have heard about it on YouTube. You might have heard it somewhere. But as Swami says, some things are worth repeating. They're worth repeating because they reinforce the faith. And since it has happened first person to me, I'm not telling you that my colleague operated on someone and something happened. I'm telling you what happened in my own hands. And therefore, with authenticity, I can tell you the medical miracles that have happened that I have seen. The first was a breast cancer patient. This was an elderly lady who had breast cancer, diagnosed by 3 or 4 doctors, and she came to Chennai. She had diabetes, so she came to Chennai. She was a resident of Puttaparthi, inside from the ashram. So unfortunately, she could not see Swami and take his blessing. She waited 2-3 days, could not meet Swami, so she finally came to Chennai. She controlled the diabetes with me, and she had gone to another hospital to get the surgery done and to start the rest of the cancer treatment. But there, she got all tensed up, and her sugars went up and everything. So the surgeon called me, and he said, you know what? She seems to be comfortable in your place because she sees Swami's pictures and all there. So can I do it in your place? I said, normally we don't do cancer surgery and all. No, it's like any other surgery. You have a theater, I'll come and do it. So why do you worry? I'll take over whole response. I said, okay, patient is comfortable, surgeon is comfortable. Okay, come and do it. So she came. Next day was a surgery. So in the afternoon, morning, Swami comes for darshan, and one of her relatives was sitting there. And Swami materializes Vibhuti and gives it to this boy and says, go straight to Dr. Mohan's hospital. She's going to undergo the surgery tomorrow. Tell her that I blessed and I'm giving this Vibhuti. So he sent the Vibhuti. So that fellow came running. And in the night he came with the Vibhuti sent by Swami. Then the lady said, I don't need surgery now because Swami has blessed. I said, no. Swami said tomorrow surgery. Swami said cancer. Swami said everything. He didn't say, cancel the surgery and take my Vibhuti. He never said. He only sent Vibhuti. So we are going ahead with the surgery because unless specific instruction from Swami, we cannot cancel it. So we go ahead with it. So next day, when she got up in the bed, around her bed, Vibhuti has formed. Where she's sleeping, around her, all around her, in the bed, Vibhuti has formed. So we said, okay. Then she said, now Vibhuti has formed, shall I cancel surgery? I said, no. There's still one more manifestation, one more blessing from Swami you have got, but still means you go for the surgery. So the surgeon was there, oncologist was ready, everybody was ready. So surgeon took a small bit of the tissue, FNAC was done, and he sent it for a frozen section to get a quick diagnosis before he decides what procedure to do. The test came back in a few minutes, no evidence of malignancy. Okay? So the surgeon said, no, this is not correct. I think I missed the tumor, I must have hit the wrong place. This is definitely malignancy. I've also examined the patient. So if there's a clinical sign of malignancy, it was there, 100%. So no, 4 or 5 doctors seen, all the 4 have said it's malignancy. There's no doubt about it. Okay? Then he said, okay, now what do we do? So we'll just remove the tumor, okay? And then let me have a look at it myself, and then we'll plan the secondary surgery. Now I'll just do the tumor removal. So he removed the tumor, took it out, and he said, this is definitely malignancy. There's no doubt, you know? And he took it to the pathologist, sat with him, section by section by section they went through, there's no malignancy in the lesion. Okay? He says, now what do we do? There's no malignancy in the tumor. So what do we do now? Then the oncologist said, no, better we still do chemotherapy. I said, no, better we don't do anything now. Because Swami has cancelled the cancer now. Okay? He has sent the Vibhuti, he has given her, he told her to go ahead, he has done it. Now there is no malignancy now. When there's no malignancy, how you can do chemotherapy? There's no chemotherapy, no radiotherapy, nothing, finished. We leave her alone, she's fine. Okay? She lived 15 years after that. She lived 15 years after that. No malignancy, nothing. Okay? You know, people look for, one miracle can you show, as a proof of miracle? This is not a miracle. I don't know what the definition of a miracle is. Two more short stories. There was a Muslim gentleman, okay? He had severe pain. He was a very well-known person in Chennai, one of the leaders of one of the Muslim communities there. He had severe pain. He underwent an anal surgery, perianal surgery. Very, very, very painful because that area has a lot of nerves. So it's very, very, very painful surgery. So he underwent the surgery. The first day he didn't sleep at all. He was given powerful narcotic drugs. He still didn't sleep. Next day, I was somewhere in the evening, I was gone shopping or something. Suddenly I get a call from my hospital. Doctor, this man wants to see you. Come rushing back. He wants to see you immediately. He's crying in pain. So I went. I went back and said, yeah. So he says, doctor, I can't bear this pain. You have to do something, I've trusted you. I've come. Whole night I've not slept. Whole day I'm having pain. So he said, you have to do something for the pain. So I said, look, we've already given you very powerful drugs. I don't have anything more to give, okay? I'll repeat the same thing today. You have to bear with the pain for a couple of days. Pain will go away. It's a post-operative pain. It will be there for a couple of days. It will go away. He said, I don't care about all that. I don't want pain. I want to sleep today. Do something. And he started crying. I didn't know what to do, okay? We had given him pethidine and Fortwin and all we had given. So, those days. So, nothing worked. So, then I said, I really stumped, totally stumped. I didn't know what to do. So I said, close your eyes. He closed his eyes. So I had a ring which is given by Swami. So I put the ring on his head and just prayed to Swami and said, Swami, I totally surrender. I don't know what to do, okay? This man needs your help. He's crying with pain, okay? Please relieve his pain. We are not able to do it. As a doctor, I'm finished. I can't do anything more, and therefore, please help this man from his pain. Swami, please help him. Swami, he needs your help now. Swami, please help him. I said, okay. And I said, now open your eyes. You'll be fine. I said, and quickly left the room before he called me again, And then I went out, quickly went out. The nurse said, sir, today what I'll give? I said, repeat the same thing. I don't know what to give. You repeat the same thing, okay? Then she said, I'll give it now. I said, no, don't give it now. Wait a little later, maybe around 10:30, 11 at night, so a few more hours of thing you'll get and all that. 10:30, she went into his room. He's fast asleep, okay? Completely fast asleep. Nothing is given to him. Not even on Crozin is given to him, okay? Fast asleep. Then she called me home. And she said, sir, he's sleeping, sir. Shall I go and give the injection? I said, no, don't wake him now. He's sleeping. Poor fellow, if he wakes up now, we don't know what will happen. So he waitly wakes up. Then after that, you give the injection. Now don't disturb him. Somehow he has slept, leave him alone. Up to 7:30 morning, the fellow is flat out. Like general anesthesia, he was knocked out, okay? Then the morning he gets up and he says, no pain, nothing, everything gone. Then he called the sister and said, what did you give me yesterday in the night? I slept so well, my pain is gone, everything is gone. She said, sir, I didn't give anything, sir. What do you mean you never gave anything? Anything, sir. By the time I came, you're already fast asleep. How I can give you? So I never gave. I asked Dr. Mohan. He said, don't give. So I never gave. This fellow has done something to me, he said. Then he waited for me to come. So I came for rounds. Then he said, doctor, what did you do yesterday to me? I said, I didn't do anything. Why? Your pain went away, no? You're happy, no? No. I want to know. You did something. I didn't do anything. No. You made me close my eyes. Something you did. He's a Muslim man. What to tell him? Then I told him, you really want to know? Yes, I want to know. Okay, I'll tell you. I prayed to Bhagavan Baba to relieve your pain. Okay? That's what I did, I said. Next minute he says, Dr. Mohan, Baba is God. Only God can do this. You have prayed, he has not come here even, and through that prayer, he has cured me without a single medicine being given. Only God can do this. I am a Muslim who says that in human form, you cannot worship God, but I now have proof that Baba is God. I will continue to pray to him. Then I gave him vibhuti, I gave him picture. He said, I'm a leader here. I come to Puttaparthi, I'll have problem. But every day I'll pray to Baba. And every time he'll ask me, he'll say, Dr. Mohan, you are blessed. You're able to see God, I'm not able to come. If I come, there'll be a big confusion in my community. They will ostracize me. But I secretly pray to him. I keep the vibhuti, I take the vibhuti, I take everything and all that. He's still okay. He's still fine. Okay. Third miracle that I want to tell you about. Now, the second one I said, Swami didn't come in person. Okay. Third one, even more fascinating. This is a patient who had a foot infection. Foot infection, diabetic, very bad. Okay, I'm sure Dr. Sundaresh will agree. If it goes beyond a certain point, no vascularity, white, no granulation tissue, nothing, gave up. So the surgeon kept on saying amputation, amputation. I said, no, we'll wait. So we waited. 1 week, 2 weeks. It's getting paler and paler. No pink thing coming, nothing, gone. And it's beginning to smell a little bit. So finally we told the patient amputation. Okay, I was not a devotee at that time. This is many years ago. I was not a devotee of Swami at that time. So we told the patient amputation. Then he said, sir, only one request. Give me 24 hours. Give me 24 hours. He said, okay, having waited this long, 24 hours, tomorrow we'll take the decision. Don't worry. Okay. Next day, we go and see him. So dressing and all was done. Next morning, we went for the rounds. Patient is smiling, and he said, doctor, no need for amputation, doctor. I said, why? Why are you saying that? No, doctor, my leg is all right, doctor. No need for amputation. You can see. So we said, how are you saying that? Last night Baba came, no. And he talked to me, no. I said, what? Where he came? Satya Sai Baba came here, he sat on my bed. I said, which bed? This bed. He said, where did he sit? He sat there. Then what did he do? He stroked my leg and he said, you will be all right. No need for amputation, he said. Once Baba says, no amputation, doctor, that's all, it is done. You open the wound and see. There'll be no need for amputation. You open the wound, all pink things have started. All the granulation tissue. All these days, no granulation tissue. That day, after opening, we were seeing all granulation tissue coming. Then we said, yeah, correct. I think we'll wait, And then again I asked, where did Baba sit? He's sitting there. What about others? Did others see in the... No, others were all sleeping, There's a general ward, okay? Others, this side bed, that side bed, all sleeping. He came and sat. I was also sleeping. I said, is it a dream? Not dream, doctor. He touched my leg. He came and sat there. He touched my leg. And he said, you will be all right. No need for amputation. Once Baba says there is no need for amputation, doctor, I am 100% sure. He said, no amputation. His leg was totally cured. Here is an instance of not only omnipresence, omniscience, because he knows everything, and omnipotence.